Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we're here for the preview for the F1 round 13 of the FIA Formula One World Championship in 2021. It is the Dutch Grand Prix, and how are we all today? Yeah, how are we all this evening? I hope you're all well. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Hit the share button as well. Share the stream to as many people as you can. Like, let's get this stream up to 20 likes. Let's do that now. I'm sure you can get people in. Let's do that. It's really, really important you do it as it raises money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation. Join the member scheme as well from as little as $1.99. Great perks in there as well on the membership scheme on YouTube. Loads of great perks, priority shout and comments, members only polls, members only live streams, loads of great perks. Make sure you do that and you join the membership, and you are supporting a great cause by raising money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation and helping save kids' lives. So the Dutch Grand Prix. Zaandvort is back on the F1 calendar. First race at Zaandvort since, I believe, 1985. I believe it is. So let me have a look at the F1 calendar. The F1. Let me have a look at the Grand Prix itself. We'll go back over it, and we are now at the Dutch Grand Prix in the Netherlands. So, share the screen. Right, so Netherlands Grand Prix 2021. So the first Grand Prix was held back in 1952. It's a free. It's a 4.2 kilometer circuit. 306 kilometers is the entire race distance of 72 laps. The Zaandvort was built back in 1948 as well, alongside the Silverstone circuit, as part of the post-war enthusiasm of motorsport that swept across Europe. Formula One arrived in the dunes of Zaandvort in 1952. Alberto Ascari in a dominating race that led a 1-2-3 Ferrari. That's back when you can have 3 cars in the race. Formula One would not be on and off the racetrack on and off at Zaandvort until 1985, when it was finally taken off the calendar for a while. And then it would return 36 years later. It was to return last season, but obviously with the COVID crisis, it meant that it didn't get on the calendar. But we are back on this season for another Grand Prix. So, so it's a very historic circuit. It has a place in Formula One's history. Some great names there, some great drivers lost there as well. It's been a long time since the Dutch Grand Prix had a Grand Prix back at the at Zaandvort, back in F1. And it's great that we have. Obviously, right, the enthusiasm is obviously because of Max Verstappen. Let's put it that way. Max Verstappen. Can you send me the link, brethren? Oh, I've sent you the link. Jesus Christ. Please do share the stream, though. If you know anyone that's an F1 fan, get them in there. Get them watching. I'm going to quickly drop the link. I'll drop the link. I'll put the link in the community chat, mate. I'll put the link in the community chat. Vulcan Motorsport. Wow, big up, man. Right, I'm pleasure to have you along, mate. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat anyway. I'll watch some of your stuff, mate. Right, you do some great documentaries. I love the one about Lewis Hamilton. Obviously, I'm a Hamilton fan myself, so big up for tuning in. It really means a lot here for us to tune in. As I said, it's raised money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation, as well as doing great F1 football and Arsenal content. So pleasure having you along. Links there if you ever want to come on. It's not a problem. But yeah, I mean, everyone's really excited about this Grand Prix, and they have been for a while. I think the main thing as well, we get to see the Dutch fans out in force. They're going to be mega out in force for this Grand Prix, obviously because of Max Verstappen, with his reputation and amongst the Dutch fans at its highest for a long time. And yeah, it's sort of going to be like how Hamilton was in Brazil 2008 when he was thrown into the pit that was into Lagos with when he was fighting Massa for the title. It's going to be sort of the same sort of atmosphere. Very hostile to Hamilton, I think. As long as it's not abusive in any way, that's fine. It's going to be hostile. It's your rival. What I don't want to see is him coming out after a qualifying session and then booing like Hamilton for any sort of reason. That's what I don't agree with. I've never agreed with it. I don't like it because he's put on a show for you guys. You've paid good money to go see him and watch him race. He's put good performance in. He doesn't deserve to be booed or anything like that. So for me, as long as it's not abusive or booing or anything like that, I don't mind the atmosphere being a bit hostile because it's going to be, because it's a major championship battle that could go right down to the wire, and it's probably Hamilton's greatest challenge since 2008, 2007, something like that. There was a great challenge in 2014. Don't get me wrong. 2016, I do think it was plagued by reliability issues, but all the times before that, he's won the championship at a cruise. So despite having fierce challenges in 2018 and 2017 by Ferrari, it really pushed them all the way. So it's for me, like I said, is that as I feel that as long as there's not any sort of negative as long as it's not horrible sort of comment, sort of booing from the crowd. As long as that's all right, that's fine. As long as that doesn't happen, I'm fine with that. So it's because apart from the British, because it's all since the British Grand Prix, it seems to really come about, and since then, since the British Grand Prix, for me, it's kind of happened, and I don't like it. I've got a video that explains the situation that I've done, and it's quite simple as this. They're both committed racing drivers that are doing anything in their power to win this championship. And in that moment, Hamilton made a statement to Max Verstappen saying, "I'm not giving in. You have got to back down." And Max Verstappen didn't back down, and that was it. So that's the last time I'm saying on it. So I don't want to see any more sort of booing and in that moment, sort of horrible, sort of booing or coming together. So, but anyway, we got Brethren John.
Hey, mate.
How are
Hope
you?
you're good.
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm great, man. Good to be back on the show. And thanks for having me.
No worries. So the Dutch Grand Prix, what are you thinking?
Wow. So excited to see what happens. Especially, after what happened last week when I went at Spa. Of course, I was happy for once that Max was lucky for once because always, always, Louis is so lucky.
Nah.
Louis is always so lucky. Why are you refusing? Why are you refusing?
Can I make a
Wait,
point here?
wait,
I want
wait,
to make
wait,
a point.
wait. Before you make a
No.
point.
No.
Okay, okay, go
Hold
on.
on a bit. Hold
Okay,
on a
go
minute.
on.
Hold on a minute. I actually believe probably if it was Lewis, they probably would have
Yeah,
done the 2 laps. 2, right? You did like Verstappen gets half, but even I don't agree with it as well. Hamilton getting half points. You get half points and get to knock down Hamilton's lead to 3 points. For
yeah.
what? You done fuck all. You did nothing in the
Okay,
race. You've
tell
done
you what.
nothing in the race. How is it you get to knock our points gap down by
Tell you what.
5 points? I don't get it, right? So, like, what is it? We've got to start handing
No,
out
no,
like
no, no,
half the points at half time. Is that the qualifying
no,
session?
no,
Is that
no,
it?
no, no,
Right?
no,
No, no, no, no, no, no. Go on, try and spin it. Go on, spin it.
no,
Go on.
no, no, no. I'm not going to spin it, but I'm just trying to say, no, 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 no. To be honest, of course, even myself, I was actually, against the idea of, just have 2 laps, and that day, even when I was there at Spa, no one knew, or even Massey never knew if how many laps were left. There was just too much confusion, and the thing is that Max has been always very unfortunate. Take a look at Lewis. Lewis has always been lucky, and of course I understand within the 2 laps that there's no overtake that you can do. It just controlled. But I was happy for once that Max is lucky. Take a look this year. This year at Imola, Max would have lapped,
No, 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 no,
Lewis
no,
would have
but
after the accident he had, but he was saved because of the what of the red flag. You see, because of the red flag.
oh my
And
god, here we
and and also let me tell you, of course, yes, Max Verstappen, like this is the second time that he's lucky. Because like you remember whereby he had a DNF in Azerbaijan, like in Baku, in Baku, whereby like it was now like you remember after the restart. Lucky enough, Lewis had that unfortunate, pressing the magic button. But the thing is that I'm happy, like considering that, Red Bull has never been the same, because of Mercedes,
mm,
in like at Silverstone and also in Hungary. So of course, yes, that's not fair, but if it favors Max Verstappen, I mean, why not? And what a great moment! What a great moment! To carry that momentum, at the Dutch Grand Prix. So I'm really excited. But of course, the circuit is new for everyone, and it's everyone's game. At first, I think I only watched I only watched the first practice, and of course,
mm.
Sebastian had that,
Well, we're gonna get into that actually
oh, okay, sorry,
because
sorry, yeah, yeah. But
this is why I
I'm
like doing
looking
it at this
forward
time.
to.
Yeah, this is why I like doing it at these times because you
Yeah.
get sort of see like the sort of essence of how the sessions are going so far.
Mhm.
And obviously, Sebastian Vettel deciding he's going to play fireman. It's not. Yeah, but then, like to be fair, I'm looked at and not to mention Lewis Hamilton in his troubles again this weekend, having problems
Yeah,
with his
indeed,
power unit
yeah,
this weekend.
yeah.
Now, like we saw the problems with his power units that I've seen, and I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried, and I'll tell you for
Okay.
why.
Why?
Right, if you uh, obviously it's early in FP2 and it puts them on the back foot. Granted, but for me, I'm not too worried in the sense that the fact that let me how do I put it in this way is that the way the car died or he, he turned the car off himself. It wasn't like the car exploded or anything like that.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Which means it just probably means there's like a fuel pump or something in there that's damaged or not worked. It's not
Yeah.
like the power unit is not savable. The power unit is savable.
Yeah.
You can save that power unit and still use it. Whereas if it was whether if the car actually if the power unit or the engine had the internal combustion engine exploded or anything
Mhm.
like that, then bang. we would have been in we would have been
Yeah,
we would have been in serious trouble, right? Because we would have had uh yeah, it would have been because we would have to
catastrophic.
use our
Yeah,
third we'd have to use our third engine. Or
yeah.
the one the
Welcome,
engine.
welcome to Red Bull's world.
Yeah, I don't know what world that is. You're used to blowing up
No,
engines,
like the
yeah.
third. No, I'm thinking of the third
Mate,
engine
you
because
used to have
it's
Renault,
just.
so don't even start me on engines. So
Ah,
don't even
come on,
start me.
Renault screwed us up and then they took our driver.
Big up,
Yeah.
guys. Will it be a longer? No, the reason Ricardo left is because you started turning into a Max Verstappen team. So it was like, I'm not wanted here anymore. So yeah, let's be honest. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Will
true,
it be
true.
a
I
longer?
agree with you.
Will it be a longer race weekend? You mean a longer race? You mean
Due
yes,
to the rain.
unless it's a washout. Yes, right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
by the way, there will be a rule probably coming into play where if you've crashed out on the way to the grid and we are stuck behind a safety car because of wet weather and a red flag for 2 hours, you can't restart the race. Okay, elbow
Yeah,
cough,
true.
Perez. Right, that right. Look at this lot. Say, oh, can we try and get Perez back in the Grand Prix for us?
Piece of.
Can he start from his grid position? Like, no,
Yeah, yeah.
no.
You know what? But to be honest, like I was really happy. Like with the engineers, how they like fixed Checo's car. Like that was Hungary all over. Was it Hungary
No,
2019?
no, 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 no. If it was
On Max
Hungary,
Verstappen.
no, 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 no. If it
Come
was
on.
Hungary all over, you would have
Yeah.
been rushing to get it started before that. You would have got it started before the race started. All right? No, 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 no.
But
If
you know
how
what?
is it? No, if it was Hungary, what if it was Hungary all over? Why did it take you 2 hours to get it done?
No, it was 1 hour. It was 1 hour. Cristiano
But
honestly,
it
it
took,
was
but
1 hour.
it took Verstappen half an hour when in Hungary,
Yeah,
right
of
before
course,
the
that
race
was
started.
true. Yeah.
So how long did
Yeah,
it?
of
So why
course.
did it take so long?
No,
Because
but
it's not Verstappen. You see, it's not Verstappen. You see. How they refunded everyone. Imagine watching football and they for full
yeah,
time
true.
after 5 minutes. That's a good point.
Very
I
good
did
point.
mention that. If you looked at my last stream, I did mention that, and Lewis Hamilton said that he was hoping it would be fast. I'm just going to go back over what he said, but
And
you
he's
can check
bet.
out on the last sport, the last on the checker flag show. Um, we should have called it quits. There was no moment there would have been unable to race, but obviously after 2 laps being completed for points to be awarded, right? Money talks. It was literally the 2 laps to start the race. The sport made a bad choice, right? So yeah,
That's true.
they did 2 laps, so that way they could count back and get a grid. Um, yeah, so
Cash is king, right?
yeah, but like I mentioned before, they're working on a plan to see if they can refund the fans. They should do, and hopefully they will do. But yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
but yet, St. Louis is
But
getting a lot of backlash.
Lewis Hamilton offers exclusive gift to to the Spa's F1 spectators. So anyone that was there gets a special gift.
Mm.
For after 5 minutes at least, Arsenal would have a few points. Sorry, Rich, but yeah. Are you live later on? Are you live later on? I don't know. I don't know if you're live later on. I don't know
Yeah.
if you're live later on if you're back and who you got on. I don't know who you got on. I haven't been checking. I haven't been checking. I've been so busy. I haven't been checking about it. So
Yeah,
if you
you
can
did
message
already.
us if you're live and who you got on, I'd love to know. But
Yeah.
anyway, 5 things we learned from Friday. Yes.
We learned that Red Bull and Ferrari are like already protesting, about your upgrades, and it seems that
What
like you guys, hey,
what upgrades?
like I had, like when I was watching part of the second practice, that like your upgrades that you put on your car at Silverstone, like when you're coming from the corners, like there's just too much excessive speed, and they're protesting, saying there's a foul play that has to be investigated. I don't know, like, can you care to explain about that? It's just something that I heard like in the second practice today. Like, do you know of Red Bull? Like, because they say that they've sent their petition already.
Mm. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised with Red Bull. They'll petition anything it's got against
No, even
Mercedes.
Ferrari. This time it's just not Red Bull,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
also.
yeah, 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 yeah. I know for like as soon as Christian Horner sees something to have a go at Mercedes about, yes, jump in, yes, I'll have some of this, yes,
Yeah,
I'll have
because he
some of
screwed
that.
us over our wings, man.
Right. Yeah. The amount of drivers have said about the circuit, it gets their pulse raising. Where I mean, the first sector looks sick. It looks sick. It really
Yeah.
looks like a good piece of circuit for turns 4, 5, and 6. Right. Pretty much flat out. And turn 7 as well, like trying to break under braking. That it's just, yeah, it's a good pulsating circuit to go around. Red Bull hold the qualifying edge so far though, but we haven't done Q. Hamilton hasn't done Q3 yet though, so you got to try and put Hamilton in that first, and we hold the race simulation pace, so we could easily probably just beat you in a race anyway. So right,
I like it when you're so cocky, man.
it's because
I
we
like
will.
it.
It's because we will. That's the thing.
No, you not at all. Not,
Oh yeah, we will. Oh
not,
yeah, we will. Oh yeah, we
not, like not in front of the Orange Army. The Orange Army.
Oh, what Orange Army? Right? Who's Orange Army? Hamilton's going to stonk them. Right? They're going to be crying. They're going to be crying in their sleep when Hamilton
Yeah, but
stonks
I'm
them.
just, yeah, yeah,
If
yeah,
there's
but I'm,
anyone that can go to the home Grand Prix of their rival and beat them, it is Hamilton.
wow. Did
Right?
you
He
see?
beat he beat Massa to the championship. In 2008. He beat Vettel in his own backyard in Germany. Right? So yeah, mate.
Like,
What you saying? What you
like
saying? Right?
I
He's
found it.
also beaten you in 2016 in Austria as well. So
Come on, our car was not competitive, man. Then on, yeah, but you know what? Like I found it fascinating. Did you see Lewis? Was it yesterday when he came to the Dutch Grand Prix, whereby he was in orange, wearing an orange outfit, and I was like, wow. I mean, how confident, or should I say, cocky, can he be?
yeah, yeah, mate. Honestly, like he doesn't mind. Like
All orange from
yeah,
head to
he's
top.
one of those. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him. He'll just wear what he wants. He'll wear what he wants. Like that's him.
Yeah,
That he
yeah.
doesn't care what happens up. Like he always do whatever he wants. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
going to be an interesting battle. This battle at the Dutch Grand Prix. There's not
No
much room
DRS.
for overtake. There doesn't look like to be much overtaking opportunity. Probably turn 1, but off the bank Tarzan corner into the straight to turn 1. That's pretty much it for about overtaking opportunities. So qualifying is going to be more important than the race, and getting the qualifying set that position right.
Mm.
So the main battle might be focused on the qualifying session rather than the Grand Prix, which will be showing live tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow for the qualifying. We'll be
Yeah,
live tomorrow for the
yeah,
race. So make sure you keep smashing the like and share button, and you keep
yeah.
sharing the content. It really is important to us. You do that, and it's gonna be it's.
Yeah, true.
I'd love to see. I mean, the atmosphere is going to be incredible. Right? Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, very.
But what I would love to see is that no matter what happens, you have a pretty like all-out fight between Hamilton and Max Verstappen throughout the entire race.
Mm-hmm.
What was because sort of like like the Spanish Grand Prix, something
Yeah.
like that. Because at the minute it's more like if it's usually at the minute getting determined after turn one. What we want to see
Mm-hmm.
is it happen all the way through the race, and I think if we've got the edge on a race pace, that's something that could happen for us. We could end up like possibly um, we could end up possibly trying to cause an upset and a really big upset. But anyway, I want to try and get to Ross. Max Verstappen urges Lewis Hamilton not to respond to boos as F1 heads. No, do you know what you need to do, mate? You need to tell your fans to stop booing.
Yeah, true. It's very true, to be honest.
Right?
But not that, he's prompting it. But it's unfortunate that
As
because
urged
they're
not to
rivals.
respond. He's not responded to anything though. Right?
Yeah, which is bad.
It's your fans that keep doing it, mate. He ain't responded to it at all. It's you that's doing it. It's your fans that are
Yeah,
doing it. So get your fans to stop. You know what I mean? Like, so
yeah, true. I
he
agree
already
with you.
he didn't respond in Hungary. He didn't. Well, no, he didn't respond in Belgium either. So just
Yeah,
leave it. So that and
you know.
just like tell your fans just be like you just mentioned there, be professional and don't do it in the story. But the Russell Bottas debate should be over by now, shouldn't it? It should be a Russell in that seat for next season now, shouldn't it?
Definitely, definitely. I don't know if you saw on his Instagram page, what's his name? Bottas, with a pen and a contract. And for me, I was like, could it be perhaps is he going to Alfa Romeo, or maybe perhaps is he going to
Uh,
Williams, or could it
I would
be?
say it's a direct swap between the two. Why would they bother trying to move him to Alfa Romeo when they can just easily swap him for
Yeah,
the
because
Williams?
it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer that
Yeah,
that Russell has to be in that seat. I mean, honestly, it has to be. But now,
it has to
it will
be.
now, yeah. But the thing is that it will now only, the only job will be to avoid the Nico Rosberg Lewis relationship, perhaps. Maybe try to make him a wingman or something like that. That's the only challenge. Because I mean, honestly, if Russell can do that in a Williams, imagine what you can do in a Mercedes. I mean, honestly, what can you do in a Mercedes? It's really frightening, and especially you see, like, for me as a Red Bull fan, I was happy for Checo's new contract. Of course, he's been the best second driver so far in our history, But the thing is that it seems that in quali, and it seems that in practice, perhaps maybe he's doing other strategies, long run paces, perhaps. But he's far from the pace, it's worrying that he's about as like 1 second behind, his teammate Max Verstappen. It's really worrying. And now you think to yourself, okay, if Russell goes to Mercedes, which is going to do that, is it now going to always be, Max, fighting against two Mercedes drivers? And that is what you do not want to see. You want to see Checo up there, especially him having 10 years experience, in Formula One. We expect a lot better, but yeah, to be honest. But I don't know if you heard what David Croft said of
No,
Formula One. So like FIA is thinking of not using, or should I say, switching off the DRS for everyone. Because of the circuits. So I heard, and
no,
already
I haven't heard anything about that yet.
Yeah, like I heard it because like he was saying that it's to be confirmed tomorrow, in quali. Like if they're going to use it like on Sunday race, because they're saying that like the circuit is kind of like one old school and it's a bit like a bit dangerous for DRS. So I heard.
It's not. It's got to. It's got to. No, it's not though. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
though.
shocking. It's shocking
You've got, but
because
it's
like
no, it's not though. But you've got one DRS zone that goes down to turn one, which is you're straight once you cross the line. You've got one
exactly.
DRS zone on another straight, and when you're straight when you cross the line, there's no danger. I don't know what they're on about.
Yeah, exactly.
What
Like
danger?
yeah, true.
It's
Yeah, true.
just
Because I'm saying already we're at
that
a
makes no
second
sense.
whereby. Yeah, because I'm saying that you're already at a second whereby it's going to be very hard to
Yeah, that
overtake.
makes no sense.
And
That makes no sense whatsoever. That
I
makes no
hope
sense.
not. I really
Right?
hope not.
Otherwise, what's the point? One might as well just not bloody bother them because, like, no one can actually like follow.
It's going to
No,
be Spa, right? Like those two legs, right?
no one can actually follow each other anyway. So if that happens, then that you might as well just declare the winner at the first corner then.
Yeah, true. Or perhaps quali.
So yeah. Anyway, so I want to try and look at one more thing, and that is big up. And by the way, please make sure to hit that like button, hit that. Uh, uh, Make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It's really, really important you do that, and
Mm,
share the stream as well, right? As it helps getting more viewers in. More viewers helps raise money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation. So please, please, please do that. It's really important you do so. So yeah, and we're just going to be live for not too much longer. So like I said, I mean, I want to go to where do I want to go to? I want to go to Kimi Räikkönen. Kimi Räikkönen is the next
oh
one,
yes.
which I mentioned earlier. But I'll get your thoughts on it. Kimi Räikkönen at 41 years old, former world champion, has called time on his
Mustard.
career, spanning 20 years, 21 race wins, 103 podiums. He is also still Ferrari's most recent world champion. So,
Yeah.
right, your thoughts on this news, and please make sure to put your thoughts in as well in the chat below. Right, please, right, if you do so. Plus, right, yeah. What do you think has probably been his best moment as well? But yeah, your thoughts first, John, on this.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, I would put him as also one of the most decorated, drivers in terms of like the history that he has, like the most starts, like so like the most races also that he has, everything that he has. But it came as a bombshell. But we expected it, but not this season because he was just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and it's going to be a major blow to like to the F1 like family. But as you know that as you know what they say, that good things have to always come to an end. And it's it's bound to happen, and it's going to even bound to happen even to Lewis and etc etc. But I'm really happy for him. But though like it's going to like now create a big panic in the market already. Like now
Hmm.
with all these rumors, like you hear of like debris, you hear, but though we know that he's under Mercedes, we even like what's his name, Alex Albon, many things. But the thing is that like I would just want to say props to him, but I hope that he does not pull off like an Alonso whereby he says he retires and he later comes, because we all know that Formula One
Nah,
was
I think
now
this
like a
is.
hobby for
I
him.
think nah. I think this is it. I think this is it because like he's
41.
getting on now. I don't. I think like with Alonso and that, they decide to leave now. That's it. That's the end of it. Because like 41 years old, you're pushing it now.
Yeah.
It's not like how it was in the 50s where you could be so much older and you can still get
Mhm.
away with it. The
Yeah,
cars are
true.
so much faster. The
They're now
reaction cars are
faster.
so much faster. Yeah, it's for me. I think it's the time's right for him to move on. It gives a chance for
Chance,
someone
yes.
from F2 to come into the sport. It
Teo,
really,
right? Teo.
uh, yeah, look, it's some like it's hopefully someone new can come into the sport. Like I think Schwartzman might have a chance of getting it. Um, Piastri might have a chance of getting it. He's leading the championship, the F2 championship right now
Hmm.
in his first season. So if he wins it, you never know who could grab the seat. Uh, I don't think it'll be Williams. It'll be a direct swap between um, Russell and Bottas for. I think Russell and Bottas are a direct swap.
And DeVries?
Albon could go there, but again, do Red Bull want to keep him or do they want to move him on? We have to wait and
And
see on that one.
and
Uh,
DeVries from Formula
like
E?
it could be the freeze, could be the freeze. It depends. It's there's a lot of questions thrown up from this.
Because imagine he won the Formula 2. And we know
Yeah,
that usually
yeah,
you
I
have
know.
to,
Yeah, I
like,
know.
we know that you have to come straight to the Formula 1, but there was
But
no
I
seat
think,
at all for him. But he
but I
went
think,
to Formula 2, Formula E.
yeah. The only thing I think as well is that like could Gasly move on from AlphaTauri as well? Like,
That's another thing.
because like how long is he going to stay there for? So that's a good question.
Because 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 there's a
Are Red Bull going to give him a chance? That's the thing. Are the Red Bull going to give him another chance? Because
and
at the minute he's proving that he deserves another chance.
yeah, and the thing is that is he going to continue to stay saying that perhaps like are they going to give me, because now if a door opens you just
Yeah,
have to like look out for yourself because you do
it's a
not
load of
want.
questions. This is what happens
Yeah,
when someone
yeah,
retires. A load of questions come up about
yes,
who's going where, and
yes,
like there's loads of rumors, there's loads of speculation, but no one really knows quite what's going to happen. Honestly, they don't.
yes.
So yeah,
And you remember Esteban Ocon, like that he spent 1 year like without a seat, and he was very fortunate, very, very fortunate enough to come back. And we know that Formula One has just limited seats. So Gasly, just to tell you, like I remember that, like I was telling you, I'm affiliated
yeah,
to a team, but the driver that I really like the most and that I'm now following is Gasly. So I really, really hope that, of course, he gets a chance, but right now there's an opening, and I hope that he looks out for himself and he just goes
yeah.
to.
I mean, the other news I want to bring up is about one thing about we were talking about mentioned Fernando Alonso. He will stay. Fernando Alonso extends Formula One return into 2022 season with Alpine as contract confirmed. The two-time world champion will stay on the grid with Alpine into the first year of F1's new rules revolution. Fernando Alonso is impressed since returning to the grid after 2 seasons racing in other categories. So he is going to stay for another season, which is good. It's good news to hear. His experience is probably vital for Alpine,
Yeah,
and like you've also got to um, see how Ocon's developed under having
yeah, true.
me and him partnership to him in the team.
Yeah,
So
true.
yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if yeah, it's 2022 how this pays off. Um,
Yeah, true.
I
But though,
don't.
like
How long is he going to stay? I don't know. I
we
don't
all
feel
do
so.
not know. But to be honest, I think perhaps it's going to be his last season. And I also hope so that at least, he creates a seat for even new talent, because
Yeah.
he's
Well,
seen
it
it all.
depends. It depends. Also, we see is like what happens in once the new sport regs come in with the new funding, the way it's going to be spent, the way money's going to be spent, and how
Oh,
affordable it
yes,
becomes.
exactly. Definitely.
It'll be interesting to see how it develops and how we um yeah see how we yeah to see how we try and get more people into the sport, if you know what I
Exactly.
mean. How many
Because,
more people do we try? How many more teams do we get in the sport?
yeah,
Because
true.
I think that's the main aim. They're aiming to try and get a 26 grids. Trying to get a 26 grid lineup, so that way we will have more opportunities for younger drivers to get in the sport. So, yeah, man, we'll try and see. Uh, yeah, but anyway, we're. I think we're gonna. There's not much to say. If there's anything else you want to mention, John, before we wrap up?
No, just no, 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 not at all. Not at all.
No.
Lovely to be.
Oh, yes. I will actually just predictions.
Oh, yes, oh, yes.
So predictions. What do you say about qualifying? What are you gonna go for tomorrow?
Oh, you know what? To be honest, it's going to be very tricky because, like, these first two practices, like it's all about getting accustomed to the surface. And, you know, FP1 was cut short due to Sebastian Vettel's oil leak on the like oil leak, and also his car. So like this is going to be very new for everyone. But I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to my heart tells me Max, but and also Ferrari was so good in second practice. But then now the thing is that many people may be, simulating, like having long runs. So I'll say first is going to be Bottas. First is going to be Bottas. Second, it's going to be. No,
Okay.
serious, it's going to be
Yeah, no,
Bottas.
carry on, carry on.
Yeah, Bottas has been very good. I'm telling you. It's going to be Bottas first. First, second, I'm going to say Max.
Okay.
Do I want to say Max is going to be first? But just that upgrade, those upgrades you put, I just can't, be quiet. So first is going to be Water, second Max, third is going to be Lewis, fourth is going to be sorry, can I revise? First is going to be Lando Norris. First is going to be Lando Norris. Then
What?
second, yeah. Lando
Go
Norris.
on. No, go on. Go on.
Yeah, really. Because, even at Spa, if he didn't
All right.
have that incident, he was going to be first. So it's going to
Okay.
be Lando Norris. Secondly, it's going to be Mercedes Bottas. Third is going to be Lewis. Fourth is going to be Max Verstappen.
Why?
And
I'll have that any day of the week.
yeah, true. No, true. Like I just want to be face it. Right? It's just that Max is very good, but the thing is that the Mercedes upgrades are just out of this world. I'm telling you, and I hope that we'll win the protest. I hope so. We'll win the protest just to slow you
Nah,
down.
you're not gonna
Yeah,
win the protest. Nah, you're not gonna win
yeah,
the
yeah,
protest.
yeah.
Bum, bum,
But
bum, bum,
huh?
bum, 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 bum. We'll just adapt them. It's all right. Bum, 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 bum,
There
bum,
you
bum,
go again.
bum.
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah,
can't only afford more upgrades.
yeah. But but this is me just using my head. Oh, someone is over the moon. Yeah, this is just me. But to be honest,
Beautiful.
yeah, yeah, true. But I think Lando Norris will be first because he's just got raw pace and he's just a talent. To be honest, he's just a talent. Then number two, Bottas. Number three, Lewis. Number four, Max Verstappen. And fifth, I would say a Ferrari, perhaps. Ah, no, not Ferrari. Ferrari is disappointing. I don't know fifth, but it's not going to be Checo, definitely. That's all I know.
Mhm. Well,
And your prediction? Please
well,
don't tell me Mercedes. Please be fair and objective.
uh, well, first will be Hamilton.
Of course. Every time I mean like Lewis is the
No,
first.
look, if you're putting Bottas up there, Hamilton's getting it, right? It's simple as that. Because Hamilton's just an all-round better driver,
But
right?
Bottas hasn't been good in quali. He's always good.
So what? I'm just saying that's
Okay,
what's going to happen,
okay, okay. And
right? I'm
it's good
telling
to
you
have
now, right?
subjectivity. It's okay. Go on.
Right. Then we're going to have Bottas second. No, we're going to have Norris second. Sorry. Bottas third. Verstappen, no, Perez fourth.
Ah, wow,
Uh,
man. Is it
Verstappen,
is it
uh,
because Max is
Ricardo,
not
the close getting fifth. Right. Max Verstappen's having
no,
an engine failure. This is why.
no, you're joking. No,
No, Max Verstappen will probably be no. He'll be third. No, fourth.
yeah, at least we agree on that.
He'll be fourth, right? Fourth or third, something like that. I would be more likely to say third, but I'll go with fourth.
Yeah, but it won't surprise me if we have a Mercedes 1 and 2 lockup. I'm just saying it won't surprise. I'm not saying it happens, but yeah. Wow. And George Russell,
Or George
what's your
Russell,
prediction,
top 10.
Mr. Quali?
10, top 10.
Yeah,
Top 10.
true. Definitely,
If he
without a
can do that
doubt.
in Spa, I'm expecting to do it every race.
He's very good,
But
man.
anyway, race prediction. What are we going for the race?
Uh,
Um,
race prediction. No. Uh, it's a home Grand Prix. I really want Max to win it, but to be honest,
no, you
and I
have your
don't
own
want.
place called Austria. And anyway, weren't you pleased about the Belgian Grand Prix that Nikita Mazepin got pole position, fastest lap? Sorry, I'm sure you're happy about that.
That was an achievement, mate. That was just an achievement.
But I thought you're happy with that though.
Well, no, not at all.
You sure?
Because
Because
initially it was on Max. You know that, right? It was initially on Max. Then Mazepin took it away from him. Oh, and since we're on Mazepin, did you see Yuki speed order?
yeah,
Not disappointing again. Yeah, but anyway, for race, I would say first it's
you
going to
mean
be
him?
Miss. He doesn't disappoint. The gift that just keeps on giving, right? So third I would say Bottas. Third is going to be Bottas. Second is going to be Max Verstappen, and first is going to be Lewis. It hurts me, but Max is going to finish second. Third is going to be Bottas, and first is going to be Lewis. But I hope it does not happen like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find something. I can't
Yep.
find it. Shit, I'm trying to
But take
find
your
something. I
time.
can't find it. Ah, fuck it. I'll write it down.
Hmm.
Where is it?
So that's my prediction.
Yeah, that makes a sensible prediction for me.
Sensible
Yes.
because I put Lewis. Was it going to be sensible if I had said
Hang on,
Max
where'd you put Lewis
Verstappen is
again?
in?
Where'd you put Lewis again?
No, no. I said third is Bottas. Second is going to be Max Verstappen. First is going to be Lewis.
Oh yeah, that's sensible.
Oh,
That's sensible.
but oh really?
But do you know why? Do you know why? Because if Bottas is first and we have a front row locker and Bottas got into turn one first, he'd be told to get out of the way.
Yeah, but the
He would
thing
be.
is
He'd be
that
told to get out of the way.
yeah, but we know that Bottas is very good in terms of quality, but when it comes to race day, is just totally out of it. It's just like Checo. Checo is good on race days, but now horrible when it comes to quali. That's the thing. That is just the thing. So, but I hope that Max wins it. It's going to be interesting. I really hope. I really hope so.
You sure? You
Yeah,
sure you want him
because
to win that?
no, really, I want him to win it because there's going to be a moment in time whereby he's going to get that penalty, like that grid penalty. Always going
Oh,
to,
okay.
yeah. So
No,
I
because
really hope.
no. Seriously, I was. I mean, the reason I asked,
Mm.
and the reason I asked, like, why aren't you happy about Nikita Mazepin? And by the way, smash the like button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. You're gonna like this bit. The reason I asked about Nikita Mazepin and why you weren't happy he got fastest lap, right? Surely, surely it's for this reason, isn't it?
Come on, mate. That was a moment of madness. I'm telling you, that was just a moment of madness. You know what? You know what? You know what? I really would had, but come on, man. Like the banter was just too much, man.
Anyway, my prediction.
Wow. Be sensible,
Is
please, and
I am
be
going to be
fair.
sensible.
Yeah.
Hamilton first,
Okay. That's obvious.
Bottas second.
Come on, mate. Come on, mate. You're
No, I'm being
using
serious. I'm being deadly
you-
serious here.
you're using your heart, man.
No, I'm being deadly serious here. If I said
Okay.
top two is going to be the Mercedes, it's going to be top two finish.
Okay.
Right? So Bottas second. Verstappen climbs to third. Nah,
Okay.
no, stays in third actually. No, I told him off.
Norris. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
no, I'll tell you actually what's going to happen. He's going to get to about 2 laps left and then
DNF.
power units.
Yeah.
So
I hope. I
Perez
hope.
fourth, Ricardo
Okay.
fifth, right? Because he's gonna he's gonna come out to that start finish straight, and the power unit's gonna die, right? As he's getting to the line, and it dies for about 200 meters before the line,
you you know what? You know what? It's so funny.
and I'm gonna
it's
laugh
so
my head off.
it's so funny that like you talk about DNFs, and it's the wrong time to talk of DNFs because you saw what happened to Lewis today. You saw what happened.
Yeah, but
Imagine
he
when it
does it
was
in practice. He
racing.
don't do it in the race.
Yeah, I'm saying just imagine. So it's just.
Yeah, it's not happening,
I'm
man.
saying.
Not happening, man. Not happening, man. Right, we do it. We do it in the practice. You don't do it in the. You don't do it in the race. We ain't
Wow.
stupid. So yeah, but
Yeah.
then no, I'm not. It's serious. I'd say Verstappen probably will get on the podium, probably.
Hopefully
Um,
second if it's the worst.
I would no. I'm sticking with the top two being the Mercedes and with Hamilton first and Bottas second.
Yeah, it
Then
won't
it's a
surprise
toss
me.
up. I think it's a toss up between Nice and Verstappen for third.
Well, like for quali, like I don't care if Norris finishes third because we know that Max come race day is just going to what? Is just going to overtake him. We all know that with Max Verstappen. But what just worries me is that like um if Max loses, like if Max does not win the race, at least he has to make sure that he's just behind Lewis to have a fighting chance because already we know that we're going to like he's going to get a grid penalty. That is just the only thing that just worries me. So it's best for him to work very hard in quali tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah,
like to take pole position. That's all I hope so.
yeah. But anyway, we're gonna wrap it up there.
Cool.
Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button,
Yep.
hit the share button as well. And yeah, we're back tomorrow with the qualifying watch along
Yep.
at don't know how long.
Uh,
It's at
3 o'clock.
it's
It's at
one.
two.
Oh, 2 o'clock here. So it's
2 o'clock that
1:45.
side. Yeah.
1:45 kickoff. 1:45 the stream starts here.
Yep.
For 2 p.m. Qualifying session starts. But yeah, and then we've got a preview to England versus Andorra for the qualifiers, and then like an Arsenal gossip column as well at 8 p.m. Like it's not an Arsenal gossip column. It's just a random Arsenal stream called "Trust the Process." Lol. Lol.
Wow,
Man,
man.
fucking Muppets. These Muppets, honestly.
I do
Anyway,
for you.
we're gonna
Yeah.
leave it there. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.